Good day everyone. In this video, we're going to talk about triangle congruence postulate. I am teacher H and welcome to my class. So let's talk first included side and included angle of a triangle. We have here triangle ABC, and by definition, in a triangle, when the vertices of the two angles are the endpoints of the segment, the said is said to be the included side of the two angles. Just like this example, if we are asked to find the included side of angle A and angle C, first thing to do is to locate angle A and angle C on the given figure. So the segment between angle A and angle C, that will be your included side, which is this one. So the highlighted part or the orange part is angle or side AC. On the other hand, when the side of an angles are the two sides of the triangle, then the angle is said to be the included angle of the two sides. In this case, if we are asked to look for the included angle of side AB and side BC, so highlight the figure at yung gitna, yung nabuo mismong angle, which is that one, which is angle B, is your included angle. So like this one, if you were asked for the included side of angle A and angle C, kopyahin mo lang yung dalawang letters, then lagyan mo ng bar symbol or the line symbol. While if you are looking for the angle or the included angle of AB and BC, nagkataon, they have the same letter B, therefore that will be your answer, then include the angle symbol. And on the other hand, if we have included side and included angle, we also have here the opposite side and opposite angle of the given triangle. So to find the opposite side of angle A, sa madaling salita, opposite, kabaliktaran. So hanapin muna ang given. So we have here angle A. So ang opposite side ay yung katapat niya, which is the longest side of the given triangle. Therefore, this is side BC. And on the other hand, if we are looking for the opposite angle of side AC, this is our side AC, yung mahaba na slant. So, ang opposite angle niya o yung katapat na angle niya, kung ito ang ating reference point or reference line, will be this one. So, the answer is angle B. So again, this is all about the included side and included angle, and at the same time, opposite side and opposite angle of a given triangle. Kasi gagamitin natin ito once we discuss the different triangular postulate. So let's try to answer this one to identify the included angle, included side, and the opposite angle and the opposite side of the given. Our reference triangle will be triangle ACE. Number 1, we are asked to find the included side of A and C, meaning to say our answer is side AC. Number 2, included angle of AC and EC, our answer is angle C. Number 3, included side of angle C and angle E, two letters, so the answer is side CE. Number 4, included angle of AE and CE. Angle ang pinag-uusapan, they have common letter E. Therefore, the answer is angle E. This time, number 5, opposite angle of CE. So look on the figure, this is our CE. Yung katapat niya is angle A. And lastly, opposite side of C, this is C. Angle C, ang katapat niyang side ay this one. That is side AE. So that's how we identify the included side, included angle, and opposite side of a given triangle. So before we proceed with the postulate, let's have first a short recall about congruent triangle. Meaning to say, congruent triangle, they have corresponding parts. Ibig sabihin, magkaparehas ang sukat nila. In this case, we have angle A and angle B corresponds to each other. They are congruent. Angle B and angle Q corresponds to each other and they are also congruent. And angle C corresponds to angle R, which is also congruent. At the same time, side AB is congruent to side PQ. Side BC is congruent to side QR. Side AC is congruent to side PR, meaning to say all parts are congruent and we can tell that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR. Take note of the arrangement of the names or letters of the triangles. Pag nagbago ang arrangement, ibig sabihin bago rin siyang triangle. Sabi nga, in congruent triangles, two triangles are congruent if and only if their corresponding parts are congruent. Meaning to say, ito yung CPCT rule. Corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. CPCTC. Okay. This time, let's talk about triangle congruence postulate, where we have the SSS postulate, or side, side, side. We have here side, angle, side postulate, or the SAAAS. We also have here ASA postulate, or the angle, side, angle. And lastly is a theorem, which is SAA, or SAA, or the side, angle, angle theorem. So as we go on with our discussion, we're going to know the difference between the different postulates and theorems we have. So let's have here the SSS postulate, or the side, side, side congruence postulate, that states that if three sides of one triangle are congruent to the corresponding sides of the other triangle, then the two triangles are congruent. Meaning to say, just like this figure, may markings tayo sa gilid o sa sides ng bawat triangle, a single line, double line, and triple line with our two congruent triangles. Meaning to say, ang focus niyan ay side. So side AB is congruent to side DE, single mark or single line. Side BC is congruent to side EF, gumamit tayo ng double line. And side AC is congruent to side DF, gumamit naman tayo dyan ng triple lines. Ang markings natin lahat ay nasa side. So we can tell and we can conclude that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF by SSS postulate because of the markings on the side. Just like the different examples that we have. Okay, next, the SAAAS postulate. So side, angle, side congruence postulate. If two sides and the included angle of one triangle are congruent to the corresponding two sides and the included angle of another triangle, then we could tell that triangles are congruent. From the name itself, side, angle, side, may dalawang side na given at may included angle. So in this case, single mark, itong ating included angle nasa gitna ng dalawang side. So meaning to say, side AB, which is this one, is congruent to side DE. Angle B, ito, the included one, is congruent to angle E. And side BC, itong nasa ilalim, yung 2 marks, ay congruent siya dito rin sa ilalim, which is side EF. So we can tell that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF by SAAAAS postulate because we have two sides na may markings, the single and the double lines, at itong ating angles. So by just simply looking on the markings, we can actually tell what postulate is being used. So let's have the third one. Third postulate, we have ASA postulate or ASA postulate. We have here angle side angle congruence postulate. From the name itself, if two angles and the included side of one triangle are congruent to the corresponding two angles and the included side of another triangle, we can conclude that the two triangles are congruent. Sabi nga dito, dalawang angles na given at ang isang included side. By just simply looking on our figure with the help of the markings, yung single line and double line sa angles at sa side, we can actually tell that angle A is congruent to angle D, side AB is congruent to side DE, which is the included side, and angle B is congruent to angle E. We can definitely say that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF by ASA postulate because we have two angles and one included side. We have the four postulates. We have the SSS postulate or side, SAS postulate, side angle side, SAA postulate, we have the angle side angle, and the SAA theorem, we have the side angle theorem. So ito ang ating choices sa ating exercises. So let's try to answer this one. So state the postulate or theorem that illustrate angle ACO is congruent to triangle JLG in each case below. So let's have the given one. So we have here the given. Lagyan natin ng markings para mas madali. Ayan. Anong postulate ang ginamit natin dyan? We use, correct, the SSS postulate. Let's have the second one. Lagyan ulit natin ng markings sa triangle. Anong postulate ang ginamit natin dito? For number 2, we use SAS, correct, SAS postulate. For number 3, anong postulate ang ginamit natin dyan? Let's use the markings. It is ASA, ASA postulate. Kasi yung side nasa gitna o napagitnaan ng dalawang angles. Let's continue. So let's have question number 4. We have side AO congruent to side JG, side AC, side JL, at may isang angle. So lagyan natin ng markings. Obviously, pag may ganyang markings tayo, may side, tas napagitnaan yung angles, our answer will be SAAAS postulate. Number 5. Angle OG, we have angle CL and sides OC and GL. Lagyan natin ng markings. Two angles, tapos may included side. Based on the markings, it is SAAAAS postulate. And lastly, if we have this one, lagyan natin ng markings. Two angles ang given and may side. It's the opposite side, meaning to say our answer will be SAA or SAA theorem kasi wala sa gitna yung side na given. So that's all about the triangle congruence postulate. So I am Teacher H. Stay safe and God bless everyone.